Hi everyone, this is Rupak Basnet and my MIT student ID is mit201754. Today I'm going to talk about two Linux tool for monitoring Linux environment and which are Powertop and nmon. And in this video, I'm going to briefly talk about these two tools and display their feature through Kali Linux. And I'm going to let you know how these tools are useful to system administrators and and I'm going to summarize this video with the comparison between these two tools. So let's get started. So first I'm going to open Kali Linux. So for that, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to open Kali Linux, and in Kali Linux, just simply go to this terminal box and open the terminal box. So first we're going to start with Powertop. So what is Powertop? Well, a Powertop is a Linux tool to diagnose issue with power consumption and power management. Well, Powertop being a diagnostic tool, Powertop has an interactive mode where the user can experiment various power management settings for the cases where the Linux distribution has not enabled these settings. So that's what Powertop is. So now I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna display the Powertop features. So for that, I'm gonna update my system. So for that, we're gonna hit the command app -get update, enter. So it's working, so it takes a bit time to update the system. So it's done. So now we're gonna install Powertop in our system. So for that, we're gonna hit the command apt -get space install space Powertop and hit the enter. So as you can see, it says 0 newly installed because Powertop has been installed in my system already. So we can directly go to Powertop window, but before that, I'm going to open the manual window of Powertop. So for that, hit the command man Powertop. So this is the manual page for Powertop, where it gives you the brief idea about Powertop, its diagnosis, its description, and it shows all the keys and their functions over here. So you can go through this. So I'm going to simply quit this window and I'm going to open the Powertop actual window. So for that, you just type command Powertop, enter. So this is the actual Powertop window. So here we can see different tabs. So it got overview, frequency stats, idle stack, device stack, tunables, and wake ups. So here in device stack, it shows all the in device stack, it displays power uses information of all the devices, and in frequency stack, it shows the frequency of the processor and idle stack. In idle stack, so it generally displays the various information about the processes. Yeah, so in this overview stack, you can see all the description about the description of the application that's being used in your system, and all the processors that being used, and this is the time that this the process time of these processors, and this is the power uses of all these processors in this system. So here in frequency stack, you can see all the frequency of all the processor. In idle stack, you can see all information about the processor, and in device stack, you can see all the device attached to this system and their power and their uses and their power estimations. So one thing I'm going to show you here in tunables is that, well, before that, what's tunables? Well, tunables, like tunables give the suggestion about you about the power consumption of your devices. Like if this here in my system, my all power consumption are good, but if here they were bad, yeah, you can make this bad power consumption to good. So for that, simply just you quit this page and you just simply write Powertop space double hyphen auto hyphen new. So it says that it configure all it has done all the tuning. So open Powertop. So just simply go to tunables, and so my power consumption were good, so it was good. It's still good, but if it were bad over here, then it gonna make that auto tuning gonna make it good. So that's all for Powertop. So I'm gonna clear this screen, and now now the question is that how Powertop is helpful to system administrative. So here in Powertop, a system administrative can manage power consumption and make the system more efficient. So it's helpful for system administrative. Now that we're going to talk about other Linux operating system, and that's nmon. What is nmon? Nmon is computer performance system monitor tool for the AIX and Linux operating system. Well, this utility displays the performance information about CPU, memory, network, disk file system, and so on, which later I'm going to show you. And furthermore, nmon got two runtime mode is online mode and capture mode. So let's start with nmon. So for that, to install nmon, you just simply hit the command sudo apt install nmon. Enter. So it's again showing zero newly installed because the nmon is already installed in my system. So I'm gonna go to nmon page by hitting command nmon. So this is the actual page, actual window of nmon. So these are all the operating system of nmon, and if you enter this key, then you're gonna get all the statics information about this operating system. So for let's say I enter am, so it's gonna show me all the statics of this memory that's being used in my system. So I'm gonna press Q to quit, and again I'm gonna go to nmon, enter. So like this, again, if you enter this key, then you're gonna get all the statics related to this operating system. So that's all for nmon. So now the question is how nmon is helpful to system administrative. So nmon is a system administrative tuners, and it's a benchmark all wrapped up in an easy to use tool. So that's how it's going to be useful for system administrative. So now we're going to go to last section of this video, and that's the comparison between Powertop and nmon. So in Powertop, it is possible to monitor processes and show which of them are utilizing the CPU and wake it from its idle states, allowing to identify application with particular high power demands. Whereas nmon concentrate on performance information for the performance tuner and in a concise layout to help understanding. Well, this includes CPU, memory, disks, adapter, network, NFS, kernels, statics, file system, and so on. So that's all for this video. And thanks for watching this. I hope it will gonna be helpful. So that's all for today, and thank you.